In 1879, a 16-year-old boy left his father's farm and set out for Detroit. At the time, transportation was limited to trains and horse-drawn carriages. Early automobiles were seen as racing machines for the wealthy. That boy would go on to found a company that would completely change the course of the automobile industry. 35 years after arriving in Detroit, half of the cars in the world carried his name. That boy was Henry Ford, and he would become one of the wealthiest men in American history. Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, on his father's farm in Michigan. As the eldest child in a family of 6, Henry was expected to take over the family business. However, he was nothing like his father. He never liked farming. In an interview, he once said, "I never had any particular love for the farm. It was the mother on the farm I loved." From a very young age, Henry showed a strong interest in machines. When he was 12, his father gave him a pocket watch. After examining its mechanism, Henry learned how to take it apart and put it back together within minutes. Before long, he became the neighborhood's watch repairman. At the age of 13, Henry encountered an event that would change his life. During a factory visit in Detroit, he saw a steam engine for the first time. From that moment on, his passion for machines turned into an obsession. By the age of 15, he had built his first steam engine. However, his life was turned upside down when his mother, Mary Ford, died suddenly after an illness. Henry was very close to his mother, and her loss deeply affected him. His hatred for the farm intensified as everything there reminded him of her. When he turned 16, Henry went against his father's wishes, packed his belongings, and left the village. At the time, Detroit was rapidly industrializing under the power of steam engines and was in great need of young engineers. Henry set out to reinvent himself, learning everything he could about machines. He was fired from his first job after only 6 days. He later found work as an apprentice in a machine shop, earning $2.60 per week. Yeah, since this was not enough to cover his rent. He worked nights repairing watches at a jewelry shop. He worked 6 nights a week, 6 hours each night. In 1882, at the age of 19, Henry returned to Michigan, still hating farm life. He did very little farm work and spent most of his time experimenting with the machines on the farm. His talent quickly became known throughout Michigan. Soon, the Westinghouse Engine Company hired him. His job was to install and service steam tractor engines across the state of Michigan.